Good morning, everybody. What there is left of the morning, anyway. I took the weekend off. So yeah, I know you missed me. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you see me, like, dislike, share, subscribe. Subscribing is free. Easy to do. One, two, three. Take it off in a one, two. Well, I could give you an explanation as to why I was missing this weekend, but I'm sure all of us have those weekends. And look what Robert bought me a necklace and earring set. I like it because it's that chocolate and diamonds. And the ring goes. I don't know if you can see the ring. Which way? Okay, there it is in the middle. And it goes with it. It's really a cute set. And yes, of course, I'm spoiled. Now, to get back on with everything else, and I do mean everything else, I stayed away from telly except for some reruns of Murdoch Mysteries. I like those. An Australian show. Been around for like 18 years, I think. 17, 18 years. Episodes, anyway, or seasons. So, yeah. I kind of caught up on stuff yesterday and didn't want to. Then I really caught up today while I was getting everything done. I still have two kittens in the ICU, and I have two grown ones in an ICU upstairs. So I don't know why I don't just go in and get a veterinarian degree. Whenever I have a question, I just go to Google. So they let me Google it during the test. I'm aces. So both of them are down, and I'm having the worst time. Our beloved Tiger Rose has some kind of an ear problem. We've tried three different things and lots of payments, and this is what we ended up with, something that still isn't working. So the one I give my gabapentin to that has the anaphylactic shock reactions, um, I have several that I keep per month just in case they're late, which they're always late. So I don't have too much of it, but that's what they said they used. Pixie, please play through. Play through. Yeah, it's like that here. It's Cat City. It really is. And this one is so stubborn. She would just set her lips, and it's as if you're talking to a girl. I mean, I mean a person because she just doesn't listen. And then I get angry at her, so I don't want to do that. Mm. The littlest one, well, technically, at least the littlest one that we brought out, I always fidget when I get up here. I don't know why, but I hate it when this thing does not lay right. But I digress. So I got the kittens ill. I got the grown cats ill. A third kitten, which is Fast Walker, which I've had appear on the show, whereas Miracle, and I've changed Fast Walker from calling her Fast Walking Gizmo to the other one that is being called Gizmo. She has these huge ear tufts, little tiny face and little big nose, and she's like all eyes and ears. Really, it's funny. But I just picked her up the third time, brought her in because she was not thriving. She was dying. I'm assuming her mother got caught, hurt. I don't know. We don't know. They just show up and we do what we can. And I noticed we had two or three new uh, domestic cats. Now, the thing today is everybody puts these, they want to find them, so they put the chip in them. And well, if it's like the one which is having anaphylactic shock reactions, which I call Gray Ghost, he calls her Ghost. Um, they actually tried to cut her tail off with what looked to be Robert, and the vet thought it was like baby wire cutters. Totally disabled this poor cat's scream, and I'm sure the doctor had to finish doing that. And so she's okay in that area. We're just not sure what's going on. She's seen the vet lately more than I have, a doctor, so this is probably a good thing. And again, we just don't know what to do with our tiger. They're not diagnosing her right or something because her ears is worse and worse and worse. I've coned her and everything, and she just beats her head against the cone, and she just curls up like she can hide, and she goes to get in the litter box because she thinks she's in trouble, I guess. I don't know. We're just frantic about that one. So I had all that going on this weekend, and I saw what was going on. I don't know how many of you, maybe raise a hand. How many of you know how many terrorist nations sit on the UN? Yeah, show your hand. Yeah, I didn't think so. Nobody knows. And they changed that sucker like they're rolling dice. But I know of at least six that are terrorist nations flat out from like the 70s on. Yeah, you've got new names for these bitches, but they still the same bitches. You put lipstick on a freaking pig, that don't make it nothing. It means it's a pig with lipstick, not rocket science. Oh, okay. Hi, Minnie Pearl. Tassie, you're Tassie. I have four black kittens we rescued, and sometimes people say they'll take them and they don't, and then we're kind of stuck until we find one for an adult, and that takes time. So I have always in and out. They're in and out, or they're outside, and I see them come and go. That's what I was referring to. And the ASPCA is trying to help by pictures of both whichever ones and see what they can do. This is brand new to me, so I think that was Robert's get off your ass and do something thing. It's quite lovely. I like it with Sarah. This is just a little sundress. It flares at the hips. I mean, it's almost see through the cotton is whatever it's made of. It feels really good. And actually, he bought this for me last year, but it went so well with the new set that this was what I went for. It just flares out the hips, has this motif at the bottom. It's really cute. I got another one I wore yesterday. It was just adorable, and I mean adorable because I'm not poking 100 no more. I went way past that without stopping. Shut up. I've actually kind of enjoyed it. Yes, I'm a little big for my size. I'm way big for my size. But dieting doesn't work. I know that. And I'm one of those who never had to worry about weight. And I really just don't want to start now. As long as I'm not in double digits, I'm good to go. And I'm like at a 9, so we're holding steady. And the girls know what I'm talking about. And my husband buys all my stuff. I mean, so if he sees it and he thinks I look good, and I'm all right with that. So, and this was great because, like I said, it flares out, starts to flare out just around the middle of the waist and flares out. There's no belts and nothing. It just swirls around. It's really cute. And you don't have to be, 100 pounds to look good in it. It's just another thing I like. So yeah, I'm all gussied up, and my husband's saying she's all dressed up with nowhere to go because I had meant to go get some things done, and it's about to storm out here. If I don't have to drive in the storm, I don't. So I mean, it's just I'm not good with that, and I won't go when I could just endanger anyone else. So I'll sit at home. If I have to go to, it's an emergency, yeah, I'm down with that. But if I don't, I'm going to avoid it like the freaking plague for years now. Actually, decades. Robert's probably pulling his hair. And yes, isn't that surprising? That was the other thing I meant to mention. I do use false nails. I do. After I went through radiation, I had some trouble with that, and I was worried about my hair as well. And they finally came back. They started coming, but they're a lot easier to break now. And it's easier just to throw on the nails to match whatever I'm doing if I'm going out or seeing my grand, whatever. My husband says I just like to play dress up, and he's so right. And he shouldn't give me whole sets. So then I have to go, well, I got to match that up. I love this one. Like I said, the chocolate diamonds are cool. And with the ring to match, it's a great ring. It also shows me my other rings are dirty. As I don't take my rings off. And I have a couple of rings that I wear because Robert keeps buying me wedding bands and that are different or unique, things like that. So yeah, I'm in one of those. Yeah, glitter is everything modes. More is better. Go with what we've seen again. I've seen across the news. I've got live chat. If anybody wants to throw something at me, see if it'll stick. It probably won't. It's me. I'm having my lovely Irish cream again this morning. I had to have a stiffer. Oh, and my Savannah cup today instead of my normal China cup because I knew I was going to be sucking down a lot of coffee. Entertainment purposes, guys, keep a wake up out there. Speaking of wake up, you want me to send, I don't know, send a like, a dislike, like I said, something. I always have cat hair. I'm always hugging one up because they want to be hugged. My dogs were the same way. I go back to work, have a suit full of hair. So they're taught that way. We've always had our animals have been rescued from just a, you know, weaning time. So we're mom and dad. And our dogs have gone to heaven on without us. So yeah, now God's sending cats. We're not sure why. I do wish He would stop that. I also would like to know why God's a He, but I don't want to stray too far. So I sent Robert a text, my husband. Pick this up, that up. And he was like, you were going out. Now change my mind. So he called. And he said, how come you're not going to go to the grocery store? I said, I changed my mind. He says, no, they're good enough. You want me to go to the store? I need to know why. Mind you, he goes right past what I call his Walmart because I have a little Walmart. It's a grocery store. And his Walmart, is a super center kind of thing. And I don't like it. It's not odd, hey, I don't like something I walk into and buy clothes. Because I'm going to come out with something. So I haven't been back to Kroger by myself. They have clothes, shoes, purses, belts. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to be a good girl. And apparently I was good now because I got this over the weekend. Yeah, I think it's cute. So, yes, I sent the text. He didn't go as that. He calls me. I'm telling him I'm going on live. Well, you do that. Oh, it's okay. I'll call you before I get there. When are you going to get here? About 10 minutes, 30 minutes? No, you've got to go to the store. Are you sure you don't want to go? Like, no, you can go to Kroger. And instead of going to his big store, I could dash down here for less than a mile, I think, from us. Lord only knows it was just nothing out there for a decade or more now. And now it's all, there's a huge Kroger. It's like they put a box store and a super Walmart together and made a Kroger. You got to walk 3 miles and they just find the milk. And that's with directions. Yes, I had a stiffer. Let's see. Yes, I was talking about the Israelis. God help them. Amen. It was bad enough nobody's really stood with them. Nobody, at least we came out publicly and stood with Ukraine. And they haven't let the Ukraine on the UN, in the UN, however they want to say that. Just the terrorist nations. Not the good guys here attacked for no reason and no warning. Yeah, not them. Israel got 1,500 people in a day. People were burned alive. Children were beheaded. Women were awfully raped, taken prisoner, slaughter. It wasn't murder. It was slaughter, people. For one, I have been hot since I found out what was going on at the Negev Desert, less than 2 clicks from the freaking Gaza border. Oh, this fence. This is a fence with concertina wire. If y'all seen it, probably. It's a fence. It's a little taller, but it's a freaking fence. It's not it's not the Chinese wall times 5 on steroids. It's a freaking fence with wire. And here they sent thousands of their Israeli children not 2 clicks away. Now, mind you, the click is shorter than a mile for those of us in the American audiences. Most of you will probably already know. Don't do the math. I only know about it because when I was in Europe, that's the way they measured stuff. They went to the metric system in the 70s. We started to say so we did, but we decided not to. So we did. That's a good thing because I don't get up with the gallons and all that teaspoon shit anyway. My mom was just, this will be here and I did it there. So that, when I saw that they'd been attacked, I was like, why in God's name? I had no idea. For one, at that point, I didn't know about the fence. I thought they still had, like the demilitarized zone kind of thing they had going on. You got people with weapons, and plenty of ammo on both sides, whatever. Yeah, and that seemed to have been working for them until October 7th. And of course, you send 4,000 or 5,000 Israeli children, less than 2 clicks from terrorist nation number 2. Really? Nobody thought that was a problem. They sent their kids. I'm like, what? My kids wouldn't have been there. My grandkids wouldn't have been there. Hell, I wouldn't have been there unless I'd have been loaded for bear saying, come on. All those kids whacked out from drinking all night and drugs. And these guys in Palestine, they knew this. They had maps, they had orders, they knew what to do. Rape the women, including men, and send this back on their phone to their families, which they did. Those who were dying, being burned alive with their kids, they videotaped it, sent it back. They were using their people's own phone. That's not even maybe people don't understand what a kibbutz is. It's like hitting one of our cities. Now we have huge cities, and that would be Tel Aviv. But you know what I'm saying? These little small towns, that would be a kibbutz. And they slaughtered a lot of hundreds of people there, men, women, children, people who had lived through the frickin' Holocaust. And still on my American campuses, I see these twits running around screaming, Free Palestine from what? The terrorists? Well, good luck with that, cupcake. You're going to need as much help as you can get because it sure as hell has not worked for the Israelis for 75 years. Do some reading. I don't care. Pick it up on Google and have it read it to you, ass. Where are your parents? Yes, I'm still PO'd about this shit still going on. I was pissed off on day one. I haven't done anything now but simmer. Just slap them and slap them again and slap them all over again. That's the parents. Do your jobs. When you seen your children up there being arrested after week 4, you had no problems with this? I think all of you should lose custody and they should be sent through a retraining camp or some shit. Because they sure as hell could not be students and do the shit they're doing. Because there's two sides to everything, and really there's not. There's terrorists and Israel. Terrorist. Does anybody know what happened on 911? They said it was a terrorist. Now, mind you, there were no Iraqis, there were no Afghanistanis, there were no Palestinians. They were from Saudi Arabia. Every jackboot of them. Did we hit them? No, we went to Iraq. They were supposed to have done it. How? How? They identified all of them, including the one that didn't take a plane. Or two, whatever that was. But look it up. Why were we in Iraq for 20 fracking years? Why? Why were we in Afghanistan 20 plus years? Why? And just a history offshoot, just so I can throw it in there. The only people that ever beat, the only army or service person, I don't even know how to put that. I would say the only army that ever beat Afghanistan. Anybody know who that was? Yeah, I don't see any other hands. That was Alexander the Great. That was Alexander the Great. So how long has it been and how many more wars have been fought in that area? Do you know where? And I'm not saying yes or no. Armageddon, or Armageddon as they call it. Do you know where that is? Do you know how many wars have been fought there and lost? Look it up. Y'all was out with them tents and things instead of going to history class in college. It wouldn't do any one of you no good to come across me. I'm not saying I'd turn a hand to you. I'm saying I'd school you real well, as they say here in the South. I would sit you down and school your ass until you were able to read a book with one small line words, we'll say. Because if you've ever read a damn book, this would not be happening by you. You would not be part of this. You would be stopping this. But you all want to go, oh, it's freedom of speech. Well, really? Go your ass to Palestine and let that broad's hair get sane. You don't like her, they'll take care of her real quick after they finish gang raping her. They'll behead her, generally in prison. But they film it. Yeah. Pirate terrorist, same thing. Only on steroids. Pirates didn't care either. When they took a ship, they killed everybody. Took the ship. Do you think terrorists let people go? Very rarely. The Israelis were trading one soldier for 1,000 when they were able to kidnap soldiers all through this century. It doesn't seem like it's that long, but it's coming on 25 years. And I haven't heard a hue and outcry from any nation, not even my own. I'm ashamed of you people. Flat out ashamed. If there's anybody out there who does understand that this is wrong on some level, or if you don't think they're wrong on any level, please get in touch with me because I would like to understand that crap. I don't understand how people can stomp on a flag and set it afire without going to jail. But nowadays, you can murder people in San Francisco. You don't even have to pay bail. I think it's that way in New York too. How's that working out for y'all? Do you still have those pretty shops? No, you don't. I saw that. Yeah, I saw him do the smash and grab. They did it like 3 or 4 times on one dude. He's like, screw this. Not happening in the South. Although Emory tried it here in Atlanta. Yeah, that shit didn't fly. Yeah, that might be the big city. And it's still Southern. It's still Southern. People do go to church. They do read their Bible. And they have lots of guns and a little bit of ammo. Most of them can make their own ammo, including somebody I know. And you want more than one weapon. Somebody's cutting in already. So yeah, this is not going anywhere fast. I don't. I did not believe. Trying to see my life chat. I did not believe that I would ever see the day when Israelis were called. I don't even know what names. I can't even conceive of a name. It's just all pro Palestine from the river to the sea. Well, the Palestinians were not attacked. They were never attacked. October 7th was perpetrated by Hamas, which rules Palestine. They rule Palestine. Understand that clearly. They rule Palestine, not the Palestinians. All these people over here protesting, for one, aren't Palestinian. Two, are stupid because it's not rocket science. They were the Israelis were attacked, slaughtered, and even then, they let them know. And the Gaza Strip, i.e., Palestine, they let them know where they was coming, where to go to be safe, set up humanitarian aid before they ever set foot out there to find at least their hostages. But the world is continuing to condemn them. So I've ended up with my whole podcast. You lost your minds collectively out there. What? What? Americans, serious to God. I know for a fact there's a lot of people in our nation who happen to be of the Jewish persuasion. This is called freedom of what? The church. Freedom of religion. And I guess that's only here. We don't have to call the UN to order as to what it should be. If they sit on the UN, the peacekeepers of the world. How's that working out for you countries, huh? Got some peace coming from their ass? Yeah, piece of money. They work very close with these terrorist nations. You've heard of other one, right? Billions stolen. They used that money to build the freaking tunnels, which is more extensive than the London subway. Yeah, play that back. Listen to that again. I still haven't yet been fortunate enough to have somebody come on either live or in the comments, however they want to do it, and say what the other side of this coin is, because I can't find it. I cannot find another side. And yet I'm hearing that bastard who says he's a president, it's not, never was, never will be, ain't not going to happen. Old Joe's been asleep. I don't know who they're trotting out there. He's just as messed up as Biden is. God knows. His only son, who's left alive, because his other son died a hero. But the scumbag that he calls son now, along with his brothers and everybody else, got their hands in the pie. Oh, but there's nobody above the law except for who? The Biden family? Has anybody checked that shit out? 9 different family members he's laundering money through. Old Hunter bitch. 2016, they had enough to get this guy, and they got him on possession of a firearm. It's a felony. Oh my God, it's a felony. The president's son's got a felony. Nothing about the crack he was guilty of. Nothing about selling the office he was guilty of. Nothing about the low life payments of millions of dollars they were all guilty of. Nah, they didn't talk about that shit. How many of you out there are going, I've been busy, but I didn't see all that shit? Woodstock. This is social Woodstock. And yeah, I'm going to get up on my soapbox occasionally, unless one of y'all tell me not to, and then I probably do it more often. But I keep hoping I'm going to get the other side. And I've been at it for a half a year now. And anybody, I love y'all to death out there. Please, again, hit the like, subscribe. It's free. It so helps out the channel. No, I do not make money from this. Just in case anybody's wondering, I don't make money from this. My husband and I are both retired on a fixed income, so I'd love to make money from it, but I don't. Just an FYI there. I do it because I think that it's wonderful that we have such a media for free expression. Period. Be the of any race, any color, sexual decree. None of that makes a blooming difference. Maybe we should just go as earthlings. You know, they say there's 27 different species living on this earth. Now, I've been known to catch on to some phrases, and I got a couple of questions. One, when they found this rock in Antarctica during the Clinton administration, how'd they know it was from Mars? Yeah, I don't get that one. Riddle me that one, Ben. Who told them it was from Mars? How'd they know it? How'd they ever identify any rock from Mars? Does it have a sign? No, I don't think so. Mars rock. Hmm. There's a lot of those I could trot out, but I'm trying to wrap this one pretty quick. So please bring the other side to me is what I'm getting to. Show me what this is about. Where are all you people that are doing this and I can't reach out and tap one of you? I know ain't nobody scared out there. It's social Woodstock people. They call us baby boomers. Now, isn't that lovely? I'm a baby boomer, meaning the World War II's children. And my parents were adopted parents, but they were World War II. Dad served in the Navy. Mom worked it, and after the men came home, they wouldn't let the women work anymore because there weren't enough jobs for the men. Because things had changed again. Things change like that every decade. It's per generation. It's like, the next generation comes up, they're inventing several using something different, like the other stuff, da 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 da. I have to say, I almost need to be drunk to get up here. I need the feedback, guys. Hit me with it. I don't care which way your wind is blowing. That's up to you. It's allowed here in America. But I don't see the shit jack shorts of you one time saying, well, that's what we think. Let the other guys think what they think. No, the Jewish students weren't even allowed to go to school. So how is that? Why was that even legal in the United States? Why did that go down? Another question just started out there. Don't get it. Were the resignations of the faculty members? Yeah, nobody. Yeah, we didn't get that one either. So one more time, I'm going to issue my challenge. Being here every day for 6 months, but a few days. I might have taken off 12 days on that 6 months. And I still have yet to get one person to say why they are rooting for Palestinians to have a state. Is that supposed to be a Palestinian country or a state? They keep saying a Palestinian state. But they say the state of Israel. It's not. It's a country. So I don't know why they use that term. That's another. Roll me Batman. I mean, some days I have to turn it off and not pay no attention, just play music, do whatever, because I'm jumping Jehoshaphat mad by the time I get through the first 2 seconds. What? My husband, turn it off. Poor man. So, anybody else out there, friends, family, Facebook friends, slightly related to me in marriage, hit the like, even if you don't subscribe. You don't like it? Hit the dislike. Like I said, I'm wondering where the backbone is to the other side of this movement. I can't even get anybody on my poor little bitty podcast to have a live chat with me on that. So what's up with that? How is it you're getting way more students that actually attend that university to protest 4 weeks in many cases, and then gone back after they cleaned it up and did it again? So Who are you fucks? Huh? Are all of you that scared? You're scared of a national or international debate on live? Yeah, I figure you are. That's who these people are, people. If you're catching me at all, you should understand the underlying thing there is coward. It's tons of cowardice. It's using the system against itself, meaning nothing of what they speak of. They're probably paid. If they're Antifa, they're certainly paid. Just go to their website, they'll show you what their job situation is. You can go back, it's just job as well, a fracking terrorist. Yeah, that was fun to see too. So yeah, I keep going, well, this is just not cool. If there is nobody that stands up besides me and says the same thing, I don't know what to think. And I really don't know what to think if there is anybody that wants to stand up and say so. But they should at least have the backbone of their convictions and stand up instead of constantly telling others what to do, what to say, when to go to school, at what school. And I don't hear from anybody on that side. Oh, I hear from people, but it's not on that side yet. And I've been asking literally probably, well, since March, I guess, when this stuff shit hit the fan, these idiots. For one thing, obviously, it wasn't just students. Two, very little of the students, but there were some because I saw you look for stupid, look for stupid, and odds are that one's protesting and belongs to the university, i.e., college, whatever. Yeah, you don't have to identify them to me. I look for stupid. They right there. Get mad all you want. I don't care. Free speech. I don't like you people. Free speech. It's not a racist band. Oh, really? All that painting and shit? No, that wasn't racist at all. That's just like Morgan Friedman said that right too. A couple of them have. But it's a little racist to have Black History Month. Now I know don't hate people. Get a grip. The only thing I'm saying is the same thing people like Cat Williams and Morgan Freeman and others have said. It's obviously racism. It may not have started that way, but it sure has ended that way, and it's doing everything it can to fuel the flames of racism, not just against people of non-color. I don't know how they put that together, or the Israelis, or they're called Zionists, I think now, bastards that are saying this shit. This is so unbelievable that this has been allowed to happen and continue to happen. It just makes my month, as far as IR goes, IRE folks, just it means I'm pissed off. I had one tell me you should use smaller words. I'm like, yeah, you could have Googled that shit. Come on. I've had others kind of disagree with me in some respect, but not to the point of it an intelligent conversation that I could have put up here. And so I would love to see that. If I had money, I would pay you to see that, just to see what the hell you people are thinking. Or I can't think that you're thinking because my head doesn't wrap around a person who thinks doing these things. If they thought, well, one, it's not true what they're doing about a situation. They're denying the truth and putting out a false narrative, as they say nowadays. And that's being accepted. Hook, line, and sinker. These are from university students, so fire these people. Cancel that college shit. Get them a job where they got to ask, do you want fries with that? Because that's about the IQ level. And actually, I have to disagree in some things on that statement because I've met a lot of very intelligent people in the fast food service. Lots and lots of, I mean, truthfully, I don't think there's anybody in there who's not like way off on the IQ points. So I mean, if you can, I still end up to throw somebody down because of what they believe in without any intelligence behind it whatsoever, then good luck getting them in there because it's like doing stupid on steroids. And then go and say, "Oh, I this is this and that." They don't say anything about two-sided anything. It's just what they want and what everybody else is guilty of and what has to happen. And that's why all the universities should be torn asunder by these same people who are, after all, it's only free speech. Yeah, I got free speech. Bring it. All this running their ass off up there, getting on their soapbox. Not one of y'all got enough gumption to get up here and talk to an old woman. Shame. Hmm. Total shame. I mean, what's going on in Israel right now without anyone backing them is not just shame, it's criminal. The UN should have already mobilized 6 months ago. It's just like that, Jamaica will have a hurricane. We are there. 12 hours later. We had a hurricane. We called it fucking Katrina. Yeah. People died. They didn't get there for a week. And then they were just shoving water out the damn helicopter. Yeah. I didn't see any others coming to help. No, they didn't. Other countries, when we have a natural disaster, do not show up. You would think most of the other states would. Not so much. Not so much. Basically, this is why FEMA was broadcasted and redone, and all this became FEMA because they could get people shifted, hopefully, from one place to another. But that's what I thought the National Guard was for. I thought the National Guard was definitely for that. It used to be when I was active duty Army. They might have changed that. I'm old. Uh, yes, I am being very tongue in cheek. I'm being an ass. Because every time I can't seem to move to another subject. It's been, months. And I'm still up here going, bring it. And not one taker. Not one taker. Which screams to me is they don't got no ass behind what they say and what they do. And most of them are not. 3/4, if you want a truth, for as far as I could see, 3/4 of them were not college nor university students. And several of them were finally asked by reporters, if they call themselves reporters. I am a reporter for life, and I don't think what the hell they were doing for a long time has been reporting shit. Okay, doing one-liners with these guys, not with these guys. That's not reporting. And that's why I no longer watch American, what they call news. It's just political. But they did finally ask one, and they said, "No, we don't. We don't go to school here. We're community members." And nobody could stop those community members and shut their ass up and throwing them off the campuses? No, they didn't. They joined them in a futile protest against people who are terrorists. I'm sorry, they were for people who are terrorists, against people who've been attacked by said terrorism, by this state. Oh, and now this UN member and that UN member's come forth and said, well, we vote for it to be a Palestinian state. Take your ass over there. Down and give them to Rafa. Just let them visit for a minute. That's all they'll need if they can get back out in a minute. Yeah, they wouldn't be up there saying, no, don't. Yeah, they would. They'd be up there going, don't help these people. They killing everything. They come for us next, dumbass. Hey! Pixie, what's going on? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you guys too. It's always I did yell earlier, I meant to, but not the yelling that I was doing. Apparently, 3 of the cats got in a fight, which is not what I allow. Fancy. Oh, Fancy just, I call it low cloud walking because I call him Fancy because he's white and orange, but he's got a lot of hair. And he looks like a little cloud going by. And Cat does too, but he looks like an angry cloud when he goes by because he's black and white, but he's long hair too. And I could hear them on top of my glass shelving. And I told Robert, what was he thinking? He bought me 2 very lovely curio cabinets because I wanted to get rid of the wooden ones. They were too big. They were too bulky. Cats were using them as runways. So I wanted to enclose things before I lost everything else. It turns out I don't have as much dust. So I was down with that too. But I captured you for about 40 minutes this morning since I'm already screaming in your ears, literally. I do apologize. You gotta say it's at least been entertaining. You're gonna give me entertaining. You're gonna give me something out here. I'm an old woman. I do not make money from these. I just want the world to have a social medium like they have with Facebook, with Twitter, with all these other ones, Snapchat, so forth. In YouTube, you've got podcasts, and so all like Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience. Shout out Joe. Yes, it's great. Shay, another great one. That's no doubt about that. These are people who have already been under a microscope for decades and have moved into the area of podcasting. And they do good jobs and they get really, banner clients that come through as guests. And, it's awesome. Those shows are awesome. I love Shay Shay's interview with Cat Williams. It's so cool. I love Cat. Shout out to Cat. So, yeah, I'm going to be running my butts right off so I can get next to whatever I got to finish up and try that. And I have such a headache. This is another reason I don't like to usually take shots. I mean, Jello shots. I should be more explicit there. I don't care for Jello shots, but they give me a headache. Now, a regular shot, of whiskey or 12-year-old scotch, I'm down for that. Yeah. He's still mad at me because I went through 4 bottles. He didn't know. I said, I had my liquid courage this morning. He never caught on. His bar. He set up the equipment. Poor dude's still married to me. Yeah, I don't pity him. There's a reason for that, too. Anyway, if anyone has seen this and they were at least slightly entertained, do hit the like. Those of you who know me, see me on Facebook. But shout out to my food line cashiers and everybody. Come see me. I'll look for you. And in the meantime, I guess I'll have to wrap because the hubby's on the way home with all the ingredients for breakfast. Yeah, he managed to get through the weekend without cooking. I actually cooked. The only good thing about this, I lost 4 pounds. So you wouldn't believe my cooking. I've never cooked well. It's not been my forte. Um, Running hospitals and stuff like that, that's where I'm at. We both are so wrapped still at the positions that we've had throughout the years. Um, you know, it's hard to step back and go, okay, I'm up at 4 for what reason? Because you're used to doing it for so long, and it's a void there if you're not doing it again now. So you like with me, I picked up podcasting. So this is actually a thing I enjoy doing, and it takes more than just putting it in a can, as they say, because there's editing so forth. Even though I've got like Stream Mom, that doesn't mean I won't yank it down and edit it, or that YouTube itself will bring it down. That's happened too. So it's freedom of speech as long as somebody's not censoring you. And I'm generally censored, which is understandable. I tend to take some topics and hit them in the ass as fast as I can when I'm up here. Again, it's social Woodstock. Um, I think that we hippies, if you want to be baby boomers, that's fine too. But I think we need to hit everybody in the can here and find out what the hell is going on with my grandson's generation up there being stupid. Actually, they're even younger than my grandson, who's 25. Now, I expect hijinks. I had it myself all the way through Europe, just checking with anybody. Me and a kid. Scared him like a football. Active duty, much. I had a blast. She ran around, so everything. It was like being in Georgia in the United States and going to see Alabama or North Carolina. You know, only we don't have a train system. Amtrak you can get, but god damn, if I know how that thing is still running. They don't really do anything down here. I think there's a pickup somewhere, but you have to drive like 3 hours to get there. I've been wanting to go before there was no railway system again. But I have too many things going on. And like right now, I'm nursing 4 cats and I'm just tired as I can be. So again, with the ASPCA, if you're catching me today, I'm working on 3 of them for you. Got 6 outside. I can't say they're all ready for a home. I think some of them already have a home and they're just coming back for the food. I don't believe in giving them the same thing every day for their lives. We get different types of food and moist food, and I mix that with the dry food so that they get, some other products it tastes as well, which God knows what's in that dry food, but you have to give them that because they get diarrhea, and you can't afford the other way anyway because that's tripled since the pandemic. I'm so tired of hearing about that damn water. And now they're saying it's back again. Well, then somebody definitely released the first and second time because it's been like 3 years. Oh, it's back. No, influenza, the flu. People don't really know because they weren't taught that. So my grandson, he knows because he had me for a grandmother, and I always get the shit. So he knows. But yeah, it's an influenza strain. Is what COVID-19 is. But it was like 15 steroids and coke. I mean, this thing was out there. And it was from a Chinese lab. But by the way, we paid for through the World Health Organization, who we also, by the way, paid for. Trump was not wrong on any of that. This is why they all wanted him dead. He didn't want to pay the UN for doing nothing and pay more than now 15, 20 countries combined were paying. We were paying more. I think we're actually on the budget that the UN got, we were paying well over everybody else that sat on the UN. Every other country added it together. We still paid more than all of them added together. Same with who, what other countries gave them, and what the United States gave them. Down here, up here, down here, up here. Yeah. So he was damn straight, right? Man didn't take a paycheck. He didn't have to. He's a millionaire. So how the hell come Joe Biden, after 50 years, I believe literally, it might be 48, never got shit done, turned out to be a VP and a P? I can't say that whole word. Not connected to them. I mean, at what point does everybody go, he can't find the freaking bathroom? The Secret Service is not there to protect him. They're there to lead him to the house's bedroom or bathroom. I mean, every day, Trump was out there every day doing a press conference. You seen that jackass up there? I think you did two or three, and he screwed him up so bad there's still a comedy sketch somewhere. I mean, he's a joke. He has been the whole time. So who's really doing it? Who's really running the country? Because it ain't so. The giggle girl, oh VP, I call her giggle girl. The woman can't spell cat. Bring it. Show me different. I mean, bring it. I got no problem saying that. Because what I'm saying, that's absolutely true. She doesn't even know what country she is in. I want to go to the border. Which damn border? She's been to everybody else's border but ours. You know, little giggle bitch. I said, sleepy bastard, giggle bitch. That's the way I refer to him. Y'all don't like it? Tough tookies. Grow up. Get your big boy pants on. Somebody tell the giggle girl something that she'll enjoy, like the weather. What was it? I think might have hit my shot bigger than I thought. This is why a senator friend of mine back in the day kept saying, "You have to leave DC. You're going to get shot." I love. You don't have a senator tell you that so many times. You go, "Well, damn, I better go." Back when the old Watergate was still standing. It's a great place. Okay. I think I've said I'm going to wrap this a couple times now, so I guess I will. Everybody have a good day out there. Have a safe one. If you can't be safe, have fun with it. Hopefully it's fun and safe. Just, it's sometimes you actually will say something because you forget that you're on the air and millions could be hearing you to, okay, whatever you think. And that's when you hit that border wall and they all pile in. So I'm thinking at some point I'm going to have a trigger reaction and all that's going to come crumbling back. And I don't know if I'm big enough and smart enough to take it all at the same time, but I sure would love to give it a freaking try. So, love you guys. Share. Come on. Tell your friends, your family. Tell all of this crazy bitch up there. Come see me at the bar, guys. I hope. Toodles.